What's up YouTube? My name is Gregory and you're on the channel Finance on Fire. And today I would like to talk about a topic that should surely interest many people, namely how can you make money without really working for it. Interested? So yeah, earning money without really working for it, that sounds almost too good to be true, right? The idea behind it is one of the most important basic concepts in the financial world, and some people even say that it's the most important one. And even Albert Einstein was once saying that this effect is considered to be eighth world wonder, adding that those who understand this effect make money and others pay money. So let's have a closer look at this concept called compound interest effect. And the idea behind it is to make money with money, or to let your money work for you. Many people know this effect but really underestimate how strong the compound interest effect can actually be and therefore use it incorrectly. Now let's take a look at how a compound interest effect actually works. First, let's look at a few very simple calculations. You don't have to learn them by heart. I will leave in the description interest calculator so that you could put your numbers and see how it works on your personal example. And in this way you'll be able to calculate how your capital will be developing with different interest rates and how much money you need to have on your savings account to reach your financial freedom in the future. Let's look at an example and say that you want to invest 100 euros for a year and the interest rate you have is 5%. If you want to calculate the interest you receive at the end of the year, multiply your 100 euros by 1.05, where 1 is your 100 euros and 0.05 is your 5 interest rate. You'll receive an interest credit of 5 euros at the end of the year in this example, and so far earning 5 euros in a year is nothing really impressive. Most people will take this money directly and spend it. If you invest like this every year, you'll have money only for your cinema ticket with your investment of 100 euros per year. And the money is gone. That's it. That would be a classic example of the simple interest effect, where you invest money and collect an interest each year, which you then spend directly. But the problem with simple interest, however, is that your 100 euros will never grow and will never produce more than 5 euros for you. However, since we want to let your 100 euros to grow, we keep your interest payment of 5 euros and invest it again with the previous 100 euros for a second year. Now we have to take your 105 euros times 1.05 and come up with a number that is not 110 but 110.25 cents. Now not only your 100 euros worked for you, but also the interest of 5 euro from the previous year. You have created in this case the compound interest effect of 25 cents. We also do not have this interest paid out, but invested 100 euros with the new interest of 10 euros 25 cents for another year. So, and now just let's jump straight to the 10th year for simplicity to see how your interest and savings will develop with years. If you have invested 100 euros and let them work for you for 10 years without investing additional money, you will get in the end 163 euros with 5 interest. For a better understanding, we have neglected inflation here, which can ensure that 163 euros in 10 years would not decrease your purchasing power tomorrow. However, we'll make more videos explaining inflation and deflation and how these effects affect your savings account, your investments. But today I would like to stick to compound interest effect and make it more understandable for you guys. And coming back to our previous example, let's say that we decided to leave this money for another 10 years, so 20 years in total. And in the end, our capital will be worth 265 euros. Let's compare that with a simple interest where we would have received and spent 5 euros each year. With a simple interest effect, we would have earned 100 euros on our interest and would have our 100 euros back. So in total it would be 200 euros with simple interest and 265 with compound interest. And the difference here in this example is 65 euros. Sure, at 265 you are still a bit away from a great wealth. And in our example, we only invested 100 euros once and then did nothing. But on your personal example or in real life, usually you have bigger investment of 10,000 or even 100,000, and yeah, you can see how your income and your wealth will increase with bigger numbers. So yeah, you will see that the compound interest effect is greatly depending on the time and amount you invested. If you manage to put 250 euros every month aside instead of 100 euros with your interest of 5%, you'll end up at your retirement with 1 million euros. And you can expect your pension to be around 4,100 euros per month. What we can see here is the earlier you start saving and the higher your monthly savings rate is, the more you will benefit from the compound interest effect. Now we are currently in a low interest phase, and some of you will rightly say that it's kind of hard to find an investment where you can get at least 7 or 8% annual returns. But I will be discussing different investment ideas and investment possibilities in my future videos. But now we come to another factor that has a major impact on compound interest. And since your interest is reinvested as soon as you receive it, it matters a great deal when the interest is paid out. You will see that it's better to receive interest payments quarterly or monthly instead of annually. Let's take a look at an example where in our previous case we received 5% annually, so our 5 euros, and let's see how the interest rate will develop if we receive our interest payments quarterly, so once in 3 months. This number should be slightly higher than the annual interest payment because you can let your interest from first quarter to work for you on this in the second, third and fourth quarters. Therefore, the effective interest rate is higher than the annual interest rate of 5%. And to find out where the effective interest rate is, we firstly divide the 5% annual interest by 4, and that gives us 1.25% per quarter. If we now want to calculate the compound interest effect from quarter to quarter, we multiply 1.25% from the first quarter by 1.25% from the second quarter and then we do the same for third and fourth quarters. And in the end, our effective interest rate will be 5.09%. The fact that we did not receive the interest payment at the end of the year, but 4 times during the year, means that we already can enjoy our 0.09% more interest. If we now go on the step further and calculate effective interest with monthly payment of the interest, we come to the number of 5.12%. So 0.12% more than if we would receive our interest at the end of the year. So it really matters how often you get your interest paid each year, and investors benefit from the effect if they receive interest payments more frequently. And if you check how often you have to pay your interest on loan in the bank, namely monthly, you will notice that this effect plays exactly against you if you are in debt. This effect is a great thing for those who save money, but for borrowers, this interest just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and in the end you have to pay more than you have expected. So let's come back to the Albert Einstein's quote that those who understand the compound interest effect make money, and the others pay the money. Another factor in which the compound interest plays against you is if you have excessive transaction costs for your investment. Then a certain percentage of fees are debited from the same money year after year, and those enormously reduces your profit. In summary, we can say that the compound interest effect has a huge impact on your investment, and every time you receive your interest payment or dividend payments from your stocks, so make sure you reinvest them instead of spending it. Otherwise, your assets simply won't grow. Statistics show that approximately half of the return of S&P 500 index comes from reinvested dividends. So yeah, just use this 8th world wonder to build up your wealth as well. If you have debt, the compound interest effect plays exactly against you. So get rid of expensive loans, such as overdrafts on checking accounts, consumer or credit cards, and start saving as soon as possible. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if so, just give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below where we can discuss this concept, or if you want to add something to this video. And yeah, remember that we really want to help you to keep your finances under control and to be able to make decisions independently of different consultants. So for this, we'll produce more videos on financial freedom and financial independence. And see you in the next video.